Today we are sharing some slow cooker appetizers, which are all great for any occasion. But with the holidays coming up, it might be nice to have some easy snacks or apps that you can put together and throw in your slow cooker, and they're ready to go at party time. I love to use my slow cooker to make snacky foods. It not only frees up my oven in case I need to do some baking, but I love that the cleanup is very minimal just using that one pot. Well, I am so glad you're here. If we haven't met, my name is Ange and this is the Menu Made Kitchen. This first recipe I'm sharing with you is my maple brown sugar little smokies. I can't think of a recipe that is so classic, especially during this time of year when you have holiday parties. Little smokies are easy to eat. They're so good, and there's lots of different combinations, but these maple brown sugar ones, they are going to be a showstopper. These slow cooker little smokies are going to be so fast to prepare. So I have 24 ounces of little smokies, and you can use any kind. These are the all beef ones. You can also use smoked sausage for this, or if you like chicken apple sausage, you can cut that up. Really, any kind of meat that is smoky is going to be perfect. So for our sauce, it's pretty much a quarter cup of everything except for the Worcestershire. So we've got a quarter cup of brown sugar. We're doing a quarter cup of pure maple syrup, not pancake syrup. We have a quarter cup of Dijon mustard. A quarter cup of ketchup goes in. And then we have 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire. So let's stir this together. And I'm going to cook this on high actually for about 2 or 3 hours, or you can do it on low for 4 to 6. It's a great recipe to throw together in the morning time, and then you can just let it simmer all day. Or if you need something a little bit quicker and you start it in the afternoon, you can pop it on high. That looks perfect. And this is pretty much it. Now the slow cooker gets to do all the work, and then I can just enjoy tasting it with you when we are all done. Okay, on goes the lid. We will see you back here in a little bit. Look at these glistening. Oh my gosh, my house smells so good right now. It reminds me of Christmas. Usually I make little smokies like in October or November, and then I actually freeze them. So you can freeze this, make it ahead of time, freeze it, and then for holiday parties, or like for myself, we like to have snacks on Christmas afternoon. And they thaw out beautifully. I put them in the slow cooker and just put them on warm, and they're like perfect every time. Okay. Oh, that looks so good. All right. What I love about that sauce is that little bit of Dijon mustard in there gives it a little like pizzazz, but then you still get the sweetness from the brown sugar and maple syrup. These are just fantastic little weenies. Can I say weenies on here? These are so good, and they're easy. A great appetizer to make, especially for the upcoming holidays. I know you're gonna love these. It's a fun change from the grape jelly and barbecue sauce that typically gets put on little smokies. So good. We are going to start by adding all of our crunchy ingredients to our slow cooker for our ranch Chex party mix. And then we'll make our simple sauce. So I have 4 cups of corn Chex mix. And as you know it, this is one of those recipes. You can use any kind of the Chex cereal mix that you like. And then we are going to do 2 cups of the wheat Chex. I have 2 cups of Cheez-Its, just the regular Cheez-Its. And for my pretzels this time, I'm actually doing these little tiny balls. I love these. They're kind of buttery, but I thought it'd be kind of a fun change. So 2 cups of that. And then we'll do 1.5 cups of roasted cashews. So I'm going to combine all of this together. And you might be asking, why not just put the Chex mix in the oven? Why do you need to use a slow cooker? Well, not everybody has an oven, so it's nice to have a slow cooker as the option. Or your oven breaks and you need your slow cooker and Instapot and things like that to put together your recipes. And then the last thing, you know, during the holidays, your oven is usually tied up with a lot of different baking things. It's nice to have the slow cooker as the option as well. So let me slide this over here, and then we're gonna make our sauce. So we only need 3 ingredients for our sauce. I'm gonna do 6 tablespoons of butter. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in the microwave and get it melted, and then we'll add in our ranch and our Worcestershire. Our butter is good and melted, so we're gonna add in this 1 ounce packet of ranch seasoning mix, or you can use a homemade version. And then we're gonna add in 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire. So while we mix this together, Couple tips about the slow cooker. If you're going to be making a big batch of this like I am, according to the reviews online, a oval slow cooker is best so that the Chex Mix has more room to cook evenly. But certainly if you have a smaller slow cooker or a traditional round one, you can always scale back on the ingredients a bit to make sure that it all cooks right. We're also going to be adding a little tea towel over the top and then adding the lid, and that will help keep some of the moisture, the condensation from building up and dripping on our Chex Mix and making it soggy. Definitely don't want that. Okay, this is all mixed up. That looks delicious. And then easy peasy, we'll add our butter sauce. And then just like any other Chex Mix recipe, we want to mix this together really well so everything is good and coated. We are all mixed up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tea towel here and I'll place it right over the top of my slow cooker. We are going to be cooking this on low, so we don't have to worry about like starting the house on fire or anything. And then plop the lid on. So we are going to cook this on low for 3 hours. Now this is not a set it and forget it kind of thing. We do need to stir this about every 30 to 45 minutes because it could burn. And depending on your slow cooker, if it runs a little hotter, you definitely want to make sure to stir it. So all we need to do is let this cook and our home is going to start smelling delicious. And then once this is done, we're going to actually spread this out on some parchment paper, let it cool, and then we get to try it together. Well, I am a sucker for a good party mix. I have quite the collection on my website, and it's fun. Like each season that comes around, I always want to see what I can find and come up with to put on there. So there's lots of varieties. And this ranch one I think is going to be really fun. So I was going to note that if you want like major ranch flavor, like there to be dust on the goodies, then you'll probably want to use another packet of the ranch seasoning mix. But I just want kind of the subtle flavors of the ranch mix. I don't want it to be super, super strong. So you can make adjustments just depending on your taste or what kind of you're after. And then if you want to make this spicy, add some cayenne pepper. It's nice and crunchy. So it went 3 hours. I stirred it every 30 minutes and then laid it out on parchment paper to cool. It's not soggy, it's crunchy, and I think it's gonna be really good. Okay, let's try it. Look at that. This is gonna be dangerous. I love the addition of the Cheez-Its because it gives it that cheddary, salty bite with everything else. And then these little, like little mini pretzel balls, they're so tender. They're not like a regular pretzel. It's crunchy, but it's just like more airy, if that makes sense. A perfect appetizer or snack to make in your slow cooker. These are gonna go quick. So I am preparing our corned beef for our slow cooker Reuben dip. So the first time that I had a dip like this was at a wedding years ago. It was a really casual wedding outdoors, and they served a dip like this. It was so good. And I feel like even if you're not a big Reuben fan or like sauerkraut or corned beef, you'll still love this because the dip is just so creamy, it's salty, it just has a nice tang to it. We are using 8 ounces of deli-style corned beef. And we're going to want to make sure to chop it up really fine. We don't want any big hunks of corned beef in the dip. This recipe only has 6 ingredients, and the only thing that you really have to prep is the meat and the cheese. You have to shred the cheese. All right, I think that looks good, so let's head over to the slow cooker. So we'll add in our corned beef. We are doing 8 ounces of cream cheese, and you don't even need to soften this. We have 1 cup of sauerkraut. And what I'm using for the sauerkraut is, if you have a Trader Joe's in your area, you can find this in the refrigerated section. And it's raw sauerkraut fermented, but it also has pickles in it, which I think will be so yummy in addition to kind of that briny flavor. You do want to make sure to rinse your sauerkraut and drain it really well. That will get off a little bit of the saltiness because the corned beef is salty, the cheese is salty. So it's a good idea to make sure that you do that. Next, we're going to do 1 cup of sour cream. I have 1.5 cups of Swiss cheese, but I'm reserving the 1/2 cup because I'm going to sprinkle it on top. And then some Thousand Island. This is classic. We're going to do a 1/4 cup. And that is it. I'm going to do my best to kind of stir this up. Obviously the cream cheese is not melted, so it's going to be a little challenging, but we will definitely give this a stir during the cooking time. All right, I think that looks pretty good. So we're going to pop the lid on. I'm going to cook this on low for about 3 hours. We'll stir it halfway through, and then like I said, I'll top it with a little more Swiss cheese about 30 minutes before serving so it gets nice and melty on top. And then we get to try this together. I also have some really fun crackers that I also found at Trader Joe's. It's gonna be good. So I have a little station set up over here with the Reuben dip. It's still in the slow cooker, keeping it warm. And then I have some celery. I have a couple different kinds of crackers. Now, the crackers that I found at Trader Joe's, and it could not be more perfect. Let me grab them. So they are the sourdough rye chips. When I tell you, these are not boring plain rye crackers. Like, they have so much flavor, and the crispiness to them is just, it's crispy, but it's tender and buttery. I can't even explain it. But if you don't have a Trader Joe's in your area, then just find whatever kind of crackers you think would go good with the Reuben dip. I also picked up some pita chips, these little pita crackers, I mean. I thought these would be good because they're super tender, and then of course the celery, just to have some veg, but I feel like the celery with the cheesiness is always good. We have our dip, yum, and then we have our delicious rye crackers. Are you ready? I'm so ready. Look at that. We are going in. It's so creamy, but it's salty in a good way. It's a unique dip. That's what I love about this Reuben dip. It's not what you would probably expect, but it's all the right combinations. Okay, we're gonna try it with a pita cracker. You ever feel like that when you go to a party and they've got all the little goodies around the dip? You gotta try it with all the stuff. That is how I am. All right, got a bunch of cheese on there. Love it with the pita. The pita is so plain that you really taste the dip flavors, whereas the sourdough rye chips, they have so much flavor, so it just adds to it. That's what's fun about them. And then, because we gotta be healthy, right? Have a little celery. Oh yeah. The rye chips, the celery, that's where it's at. What a great dip to make for any kind of gathering or party. And just something really easy to make. I think you'll love it. Just a reminder, if you missed anything in this video, I have links to all of these recipes in the description. Make sure to join me in this next video. I'm sharing more delicious appetizers. And thank you for spending time with me today. I look forward to seeing you next time.